So good morning, everyone, and welcome to the class. The structure will be the same as usual. Just remembering that if it ever becomes too tough, you can always move into child's pose, which I'll cue during the warm-up. So if you'd like to begin in the opening Shavasana by lying back onto your mats, feet out to the edge of your mat. As you gently lie back, drawing your arms away from your body, your palms are facing upwards. Gently bringing your eyes closed as you arrive on your mat for your practice this morning. Switching off from your week, all your worries for the next hour. Begin to tune into your breath, inhaling deeply from the bottom of your belly, allowing your breath to rise into your chest. Exhaling, relaxing your chest, relaxing your belly. Inhaling deeply, filling your belly, filling your chest. Exhaling, relaxing your chest, relaxing your belly. Continue to connect to your breath this morning, adding length and control to your breathing. As you arrive on your mat for your practice this morning. We will now move into silence for the next 2 minutes. Bring your awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, moving your hands and feet. Gently move your head from side to side, resting your head back at center. Keeping your legs extended, join your heels on your mat and point your toes as you reach your arms over your head, getting a full body stretch. And exhale, release. Gently bending your knees and rolling over to your right hand side, making a cushion with your hand. Gently making your way to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat. Keeping your eyes closed and drawing your hands together at heart center. Taking a moment to thank yourself for arriving on your mat this morning and for the previous 6 weeks. Bowing your head towards your hands, open your eyes. Namaste. To begin today's class, we'll warm up the shoulders. So place the palms of your hands on the tops of your shoulders and make forward circular motions with your elbows, gradually making the circles wider. And the other direction, gradually making the circles wider. And exhale, release, dropping your hands back down. Place your right hand flat on your mat beside your hip. Inhale, raise your left arm over your head. And exhale, folding out to the right. Keep your left sitting bone rooted on your mat as you reach out through your left fingertips, connecting to your breath. And exhale, gently come up, dropping your left hand back down to your mat. And inhaling, raising your right arm over your head. And exhale, folding out to the left. Keeping your right sitting bone rooted on your mat as you reach out through your right fingertips, connecting to your breath. And on an inhale, gently come up, dropping your right hand back down. This time, placing your right hand behind your back. Place your left arm across your right knee. On your inhales, extend your spine. And exhale, twist out to the right. On your inhales, extend. On your exhales, twist. Feeling a nice twist to your spine. And exhale, release. Coming back round to center. Placing your left hand behind your back. Place your right arm across your left knee. Inhale, extend your spine. And exhale, twisting out to the left. On your inhales, extend. On your exhales, twist. Feeling a nice twist to your spine. And gently make your way back to center. And from here, you can sweep your feet behind you, coming into tabletop position. The palms of your hands are at the front of your mat, with your wrists, elbows, and shoulders in line. Your knees are tracking under your hips. We'll move into a cat-cow. So on an inhale, lifting your spine as you drop your tailbone and draw your chin towards your chest. Exhale, belly down as you lift your tailbone and open your chest. Inhale, spine up, rolling vertebrae by vertebrae as you drop your tailbone and draw your chin towards your chest. And exhale, dropping your belly as you lift your tailbone and open your chest. And exhale, release, making your way back to a neutral spine. We'll now move into Superman pose. So extend your left leg straight out behind you and extend your right arm out in front of you and gently lift that left foot off your mat, pointing your left toes, pointing your left toes and reaching out through your right fingertips. Connect to your breath. And exhale, release, dropping your knee and hand back to your mat. This time, extending your right leg straight out behind you and extending your left arm out in front of you and gently lifting your right foot off your mat, pointing your right toes. Draw your belly button towards your spine, engaging your core. Connect to your breath. And exhale, release, dropping your hand and knee back to your mat. And from here, moving into extended child's pose by joining your big toes on your mat, shifting your knees out to the edge of your mat as you sit your bum towards your heels. Extend your arms out ahead of you as you melt your chest and forehead towards your mat. Sitting your bum further towards your heels. Connecting to your breath. Gently making your way back up to tabletop. And from tabletop, tucking your toes and keeping your knees bent, lift your hips, coming into the first downward facing dog of class. You can pedal your feet here to stretch your calves and your hamstrings. Being gentle with your body. Gently walk your feet towards your hands at the front of your mat. And keeping your knees bent, fold your upper body over your knees, resting your belly on your thighs. You can grab opposite elbows with your hands, allowing your elbows and the crown of your head to become heavy. And on an inhale, gently make your way to a standing position at the front of your mat. Preparing for the sun salutations. Standing tall in mountain pose. Connect to your breath. Inhale, raise your arms, reaching out through your fingertips. Exhale, hinging from your hips as you fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, palms on your shins as you lengthen your spine. Exhale, palms down, stepping your feet back into plank pose. Lowering your knees to your mat and keeping your hips in the air. Bend your elbows to lower your chest and chin. On an inhale, slide your chest forward, opening your chest, coming into low cobra. And exhale, moving through tabletop, tucking your toes and lifting your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Lifting your sit bones towards the ceiling as you draw your heels towards your mat. Connecting to your breath. Looking between your palms. On an inhale, stepping your feet forward to the front of your mat, coming into a halfway lift, palms on your shins, lengthening your spine. Exhale, folding forward over your knees. Inhale, raise your arms, reaching out through your fingertips. And exhale, release, dropping your hands back down. Take a deep breath. Moving into another round of Sun Salutation A. It will be a slightly more advanced version. Inhale, raise your arms, joining your palms above your head, looking towards your thumbs. Exhale, hinging from your hips as you fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down, stepping your feet back into plank pose. Bending your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, opening your chest, upward facing dog. Exhale, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath here as we stay here for 5 long breaths. Lifting your sit bones towards the ceiling. Distributing the weight evenly between your arms and your legs. Looking between your palms, inhale, stepping your feet forward to the front of your mat, coming into a halfway lift, palms on your shins, lengthening your spine. Exhale, folding forward over your knees. Inhale, raise your arms, joining your palms above your head, looking towards your thumbs. And exhale, release, dropping your hands back down. Take a deep breath. Preparing for sun salutation B. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along your mat, raising your arms. Exhale, folding forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down, stepping back into plank pose. Bending your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, opening your chest, upward facing dog. Exhale, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. On an inhale, stepping your right foot between your palms at the front of your mat. Your right ankle and knee is in line. Your left leg is straight and engaged as you raise your arms, coming into warrior one. Imagining your inner thighs are hugging together as you reach out through your fingertips. And exhale, framing your right foot with your hands. Step your right foot back to meet your left foot. Bending your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, opening your chest, upward dog. Exhale, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot between your palms at the front of your mat. Your left ankle and knee is in line. Your right leg is straight and engaged as you raise your arms, coming into warrior one. Pressing down into both your feet as you reach out through your fingertips. And exhale, release, framing your left foot with your hands. Step your left foot back to meet your right foot. Bending your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, opening your chest, upward dog. Exhale, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Connect to your breath here. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. As you lift your sit bones towards the ceiling. Looking between your palms. Inhale, stepping your feet forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along your mat, raising your arms. And exhale, release, making your way to a standing position. We'll now move into the standing asanas. So you can move your mats or your cameras as I'll be cueing the next few positions from here. And when you're ready, make your way to a wide-legged stance on your mat with both your feet facing forward. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose, turning your right foot out 90 degrees, your left foot in 5 degrees, raising your arms to shoulder level. Inhale, leaning out your right hand side. And exhale, folding over your right knee, keeping your right leg as straight as possible. Placing your right hand on your knee, shin, or ankle as you raise your left arm towards the sky. Pressing down into both your feet. Reaching out through your left fingertips. Connecting to your breath. And inhale, gently come up, turning your right heel in. Turning your left foot out 90 degrees, your right foot in 5 degrees, raising your arms to shoulder level. Inhale, leaning out your left hand side. And exhale, folding over your left knee, keeping your leg as straight as possible as you place your hand on your knee, shin, or ankle, and raise your right arm towards the sky. Pressing down into both your feet. Energy through the crown of your head. Connect to your breath. And inhale, gently come up and turn your left heel in. Side angle pose, turning your right foot out 90 degrees, your left foot in 5 degrees, and bending into your right knee so your ankle and knee is in line. Place your right forearm on top of your right knee and raise your left arm over your head. Focusing on keeping that chest, that heart center open towards the sky. Pressing down into both your feet, your foundation, and reaching out through your fingertips. And inhale, gently coming up, turning your right heel in. Turning your left foot out 90 degrees, your right foot in 5 degrees, bending into your left knee so your ankle and knee is in line, placing your left forearm on top of your left knee and raising your right arm over your head, opening that heart center towards the sky, pressing down into both your feet, your foundation, as you reach out through your right fingertips. Connecting to your breath. And inhale, gently come up, turning your left heel in. Take a deep breath. Warrior two pose, turning your right foot out 90 degrees, your left foot in 5 degrees, bending into your right knee so your ankle and knee is in line. Have your knee tracking towards the baby toe side of your right foot and raise your arms to shoulder level as you turn your head to focus your gaze over your right middle finger, pressing down into both your feet, your foundation, as you reach out through your fingertips, connecting to your breath. And inhale, gently come up, turning your right heel in. Turning your left foot out 90 degrees, your right foot in 5 degrees, bending into your left knee, so your ankle and knee is in line. As you raise your arms to shoulder level, and turn your head to focus your gaze over your left middle finger, grounding down into your foundation, your feet, as you reach out through your fingertips, connecting to your breath. And inhale, gently come up, turning your left heel in. Keep your feet wide apart, with both your feet facing forward. As we move into a wide-legged forward fold, place your hands on your hips. On an inhale, opening your chest. And on an exhale, hinging from your hips as you fold forward over your knees. Keeping your legs as straight as possible. You can draw your belly button towards your spine to engage your core. Deep inhales and exhales. And on an inhale, gently come up. And you can join your feet together on your mat. As we move into tree pose, so again, preparation is key. We'll start on the right side first. So grounding down and shifting the weight into your right foot. You can pick a spot on the wall for balance. And from here, gently lifting your left leg, placing it as high up your right leg as possible. If it meets the upper side of your inner right thigh, press the foot against the thigh, allowing the left hip to open out. You can have your hands together at heart center or raise your arms over your head. In whichever version you're in, grounding down into that right leg, pressing the left foot against the inner side of the right thigh. Standing tall with energy through the crown of your head. Connect to your breath. And exhale, release, closing your left hip gently and extending your left leg. This time, grounding down into your left foot, shifting the weight into your left foot as you gently lift your right leg off your mat, and you can place that right foot against the inner side of your left thigh or as high up your left leg as possible. You can have your hands together at heart center or raise your arms over your head. It doesn't matter how high up your right foot is. Just connect to your breath and feel a nice sense of balance, remaining as still as possible. And exhale, release, closing your right hip, extending your right leg. And from here, make your way to the front of your mat, coming into mountain pose. You can move your mats or your cameras to how you had them at the start of class, as I'll be cueing the remaining positions from here. Preparing for chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along your mat, raising your arms, pressing your knees together as you reach out through your fingertips, connecting to your breath. And exhale, folding forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down, stepping your feet back into plank pose. Bending your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, opening your chest, upward dog. Exhale, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot between your palms at the front of your mat. Your right ankle and knee is in line. Your left leg is straight and engaged. Grounding down into both your feet as you draw your hands together at heart center and hook your left elbow across your right knee as you come into a twist. The key is to keep that left foot, that left leg straight and engaged to give you a good sense of balance. Connect to your breath. And exhale, release, framing your right foot with your hands. Step your right foot back to meet your left foot. And lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. On an inhale, step your left foot between your palms at the front of your mat. Your left ankle and knee is in line. Your right leg is straight and engaged. Joining your hands together at heart center. Hook your right elbow across your left knee, coming into a twist. The key is to keep that right leg straight and engaged. Connecting to your breath. And exhale, release, framing your left foot with your hands. Step your left foot back to meet your right foot and drop your knees to your mat as you make your way to extended child's pose. Sitting your bum towards your heels. And resting your chest and forehead on your mat. Using this posture to connect to your breath. Deeply inhaling. Controlling your exhales. And when you're ready, make your way to tabletop position on your mat. We're going to do a nice hips flow today. So step your right foot between your palms at the front of your mat. Your right ankle and knees in line. Your left leg is extended straight out behind you with the top of your left foot and your left knee resting on your mat. We're going to come into a lunge. So on an inhale, raising your arms. And on an exhale, sinking down into your hips. Connect to your breath here. Softening your jaw. You can stay in a lunge, or there's the option to lift that left heel, that left foot off your mat and draw your left heel towards your left bum. And you can catch the outer edge of that left foot with your left hand. In whichever version you're in, just connect to your breath. You can now gently drop that left foot back down to your mat and frame your right foot with your hands. Walk your hands towards your hips and lift your hips towards the ceiling, allowing your right leg to straighten and flexing your right toes towards your shins. Feeling a nice stretch to your right hamstring, you can gently fold forward over that right leg. Connect to your breath here. This can be quite an intense stretch on the hamstring. Relax the mind by connecting to your breath. And gently walk your hands forward and bend into that right knee. Again, your right ankle and knee is in line. And from here, moving into a twist by hooking your left elbow across your right knee. Keep your left knee engaged on your mat. As you twist out to the right, if you're holding any tension, just soften. Connect to your breath. And gently come back round to center and frame your right foot with your hands and step your right knee back, coming back into tabletop. This time, gently stepping your left foot between your palms at the front of your mat. Your left ankle and knees in line. Your right leg is extended straight out behind you with your right knee and the top of your right foot resting on your mat. We'll move into a lunge by inhaling, raising your arms and sinking down into your hips. This side might feel completely different to the other side. That's completely normal. It feels completely different for me. Just focus on connecting to your breath. And from here, there's the option to lift, to bend that right knee and lift your heel towards your bum, catching the outer edge of your right foot with your hand. Just connect to your breath here. Again, softening your hips. And exhale, gently release that right foot back down to your mat. And from here, framing your left foot, gently walk your hands back towards your hips, lifting your hips and allowing that left leg to naturally straighten. Flexing your left toes towards your shins. You can gently fold forward over that left knee. Connect to your breath here. Relaxing the mind. And gently bending in, back into that left knee. So your ankle and knee is in line. We'll move into a twist by joining your hands together at heart center and hooking your right elbow across your left knee as you twist out to the left. Engaging that right knee on your mat and drawing your belly button towards your spine to engage your core. Connecting to your breath. And gently make your way back to center and step your left knee back to meet your right knee. Coming back into tabletop. We'll now move on to lizard pose. So this time, stepping your right foot forward, outside your right hand. Again, allowing that left leg to extend straight out behind you. And from here, you can remain with the palms of your hands flat on your mat, or you can drop onto your elbows. In whichever version you're in, just connect to your breath. The better the quality of your breath, the more your muscles relax and the more they stretch. Deeply inhaling. And inhale, gently come back onto the palms of your hands and step your right knee back to meet your left knee, coming back into tabletop. This time, stepping your left foot forward, outside your left hand. Your right leg is extended straight out behind you. You can remain here on the palms of your hands or drop towards your elbows. Again, whichever version you're in, just deeply connecting to your breath. Relaxing your jaw. And gently coming back onto the palms of your hands. Step your left knee back to meet your right knee, coming back into tabletop. The final hip opener of class is pigeon pose. So this time, stepping your right knee forward, you're placing your right knee behind your right wrist on your mat, allowing your shin to come across your mat and your right foot to track towards your left hip. Again, you can stay on the palms of your hands here and just sink your hips back, or you can move onto your elbows, or you can fold completely forward. Again, the breath is vital. So deeply inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling into any areas of tension. And on your exhales, letting go. And gently moving back onto the palms of your hands and really gently stepping that right knee back to meet your left knee. This time, stepping your left knee forward behind your left wrist, allowing your left shin to track across your mat and your left foot tracking towards your right hip. Again, you can come onto your elbows or fold forward completely. Connecting to your breath. Making your inhales long and controlling your exhales. And gently coming back onto the palms of your hands and stepping your left knee back to meet your right knee. And from here, jump up and come to a standing position on your mat. We'll see how open our hips are as we come into squat pose. So step your feet about hip distance apart and turn both your feet out slightly. And from here, join your hands together at heart center and really gently bend into both your knees as you sit your bum towards your heels. You can use your elbows to push your knees apart to intensify the stretch. And at the same time, push your knees back towards your elbows, feeling nice activation in the hips. They should feel nice and open. Just connect to your breath. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. And gently pressing into your feet to straighten your legs and make your way to a standing position. And from here, you can sit down back onto your mats as we move into shoulder stand, the final posture of class. So if you'd like to gently roll onto your backs, there's the option here to hug your knees towards your chest and just stay here for a more restorative posture. You don't always have to do shoulder stand. However, if you want to, you can roll back onto your shoulders and lift your feet towards the ceiling, straightening your legs and pointing your toes. Connecting to your breath here. There's the option here to come into Halasana by keeping your legs as straight as possible, hinging from your hips and dropping your feet in behind your head. If your feet are still in the air, keep your hands on your lower back for support, or you can drop your feet in behind your head. Interlocking your fingers and pressing your hands away from your body. Connecting to your breath here. You can close your eyes and draw inwards. And exhale, release, bending your knees and rolling vertebrae by vertebrae, dropping your hips and feet back down to your mat. As we prepare for the closing Shavasana, drawing your feet out to the edge of your mat. Gently lie back. Drawing your arms away from your body. With your palms facing upwards. Relaxing your spine, your neck, the back of your head. And gently bringing your eyes to close. Preparing for the most important posture of class. It allows you to absorb all the benefits of your practice this morning. Choosing to switch off for the next few minutes as I guide you through the closing Shavasana. You can say it out loud or just in your head. I choose to relax. I choose to relax. Bringing your awareness to your body. Relax your toes. The soles of your feet. Relax your heels. Relax your calves. The backs of your knees. Relax your hamstrings. Relax your hips, feeling them open out like a book. Relax your fingers. Soften the palms of your hands. Relax your wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms. Relax your shoulders. Bring your awareness to the base of your spine. Relaxing each vertebrae as you work your way up your spine. Relaxing your neck. Relax the back of your head. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue. Feeling your tongue draw away from the roof of your mouth. Soften your lips. Feeling them slightly part. Relax the space around your eyes. Relax your eyes. Feeling them draw towards the back of your head. Soften your eyebrows. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax your forehead. Relax the crown of your head. Relax your entire body. Feeling the support of the earth beneath you. Relax. 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 We will now move into silence for the next few minutes. If your mind begins to wander, just gently bring your awareness back to your breath, remembering that you choose to relax. Bring your awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, moving your hands and feet, gently moving your head from side to side, keeping your legs extended. Join your heels on your mat, pointing your toes, and on an inhale, raising your arms over your head, getting a full body stretch, and exhale, release. Gently bending your knees and rolling over to your right hand side, making a cushion with your hand, and gently making your way to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat. Keeping your eyes closed and drawing your hands together at heart center. Thanking yourself for arriving on your mat this morning, expressing gratitude to your mind and body for allowing you to practice, rubbing your hands together, creating heat, creating energy, Placing the palms of your hands over your eyes. As you blink your eyes open to the darkness of your palms, draw your hands away from your eyes to the light. Namaste. Thanks, guys.